Jupiter Jones was born into a life of hardship long before she ever understood how important she truly was. Before her birth, her father, Maxim Jones, dreamed of a bright future for his daughter. Fascinated by the stars and planets, he decided to name her Jupiter after the largest planet in the solar system. However, tragedy struck when he was murdered during a robbery, leaving Jupiter's mother to raise her alone. Seeking a better life, she immigrated to the United States, where Jupiter grew up in Chicago, surrounded by relatives and financial struggles. As an adult, Jupiter's life was far from extraordinary. She spent her days cleaning houses and helping support her family. Every morning felt the same, and despite often dreaming of a more exciting future, she saw little hope of escaping her routine. Unknown to her, however, events far beyond Earth were already setting her destiny into motion. In a distant corner of the galaxy, a powerful ruling family known as the Abrasax dynasty controlled countless planets and immense wealth. The dynasty was divided among 3 siblings, Balaam, Titus, and Kalik Abrasax, each possessing enormous influence. Their family's fortune was built upon a dark secret that most civilizations never discovered. Entire planets were cultivated over thousands of years, their populations allowed to grow, until they could be harvested for a rare substance capable of extending life and preserving youth. To the galaxy's elite, planets were businesses and people were merely resources. The balance of power within the dynasty is shaken when it is discovered that a young woman on Earth shares the exact genetic identity of the late matriarch of the Abrasax family. That woman is Jupiter Jones. In galactic law, a genetic recurrence possesses many of the same legal rights as the original person. This means Jupiter could potentially inherit ownership of enormous assets, including Earth itself. Realizing the threat she poses to their power, members of the Abrasax family begin searching for her. Jupiter's ordinary life suddenly turns dangerous when mysterious beings disguised as humans attempt to capture and kill her during a medical appointment. She has no idea why she is being hunted, but before her attackers can succeed, a mysterious warrior named Cain Wise intervenes. Cain is unlike anyone Jupiter has ever met. Genetically engineered with both human and wolf DNA, he possesses enhanced strength, speed, and instincts. Once a decorated military hunter, he now works as a freelance tracker. His mission is to protect Jupiter and bring her safely into the wider universe. At first, Jupiter struggles to believe Cain's incredible stories about alien civilizations and galactic empires. Everything she knows about reality is challenged as she witnesses advanced spacecraft, anti-gravity technology, and strange alien species. Soon, she is taken beyond Earth and introduced to a vast interplanetary society that has existed in secret for centuries. As Jupiter enters this astonishing world, she learns the truth about her identity. She is a genetic recurrence of the powerful woman who founded the Abrasax dynasty. This discovery transforms her from an unknown house cleaner into one of the most important individuals in the galaxy. Suddenly, powerful leaders who once ignored Earth are competing for her attention, hoping to gain control of the inheritance she represents. While trying to understand her new status, Jupiter becomes trapped in a complicated maze of galactic bureaucracy. Endless officials, forms, and legal procedures stand between her and the recognition of her inheritance rights. Despite the frustration, she eventually succeeds and is officially recognized as a legitimate heir. The decision sends shockwaves through the Abrasax family. Kalik Abrasax is the first sibling to welcome Jupiter. She invites her to an extravagant palace and introduces her to the luxuries enjoyed by the galaxy's ruling elite. During their meeting, Kalik reveals the source of the family's immense wealth. She explains that the powerful rejuvenation serum used by the rich to maintain their youth is created from harvested populations. Entire worlds are consumed so that a small number of wealthy individuals can live for centuries. The revelation horrifies Jupiter. Everything she believed about life, civilization, and humanity is turned upside down. Earth itself is one of these resource worlds. Billions of human beings are unknowingly being raised as future raw material. Their lives, dreams, and histories mean nothing to those who profit from them. Soon after, Jupiter encounters Titus Abrasax. Unlike his siblings, Titus appears charming, elegant, and compassionate. He offers Jupiter guidance and protection as she struggles to navigate galactic politics. Over time, he gains her trust and eventually proposes marriage. For a moment, Jupiter believes she may have found a genuine ally. The truth, however, is far darker. Titus intends to marry Jupiter solely to gain control of her inheritance. Once the marriage is complete, he plans to eliminate her and claim her assets for himself. Before the scheme can succeed, Cain uncovers the plot and rescues Jupiter. The betrayal leaves her heartbroken but wiser. She realizes that nearly everyone seeking her friendship is motivated by greed and ambition. The greatest threat comes from Balaam Abrasax, the eldest sibling and the ruler responsible for Earth. Unlike Titus, Balaam makes no effort to hide his cruelty. To him, entire civilizations are nothing more than numbers on a balance sheet. He views humanity as a valuable product waiting to be harvested. When Jupiter refuses to surrender her claim, Balaam kidnaps members of her family and uses them as leverage. Determined to protect the people she loves, Jupiter confronts him directly. Their conflict leads to a massive industrial facility hidden within the atmosphere of Jupiter itself. There, Balaam attempts to force her into signing away her rights to Earth. As negotiations collapse, a spectacular battle erupts throughout the enormous refinery. Cain fights his way through armies of guards and dangerous machinery to reach Jupiter. Amid collapsing structures and deadly hazards, Jupiter finally stands up to the man who has treated entire worlds as property. Balaam reveals his belief that life itself exists only to be consumed by those powerful enough to control it. Jupiter rejects this philosophy completely. She refuses to surrender, even when faced with overwhelming danger. During the struggle, Balaam's arrogance and greed ultimately lead to his downfall, and he falls to his death. With Balaam defeated, Jupiter secures her legal claim to Earth and prevents its scheduled harvest. Humanity is saved without ever knowing how close it came to extinction. For the first time, the future of the planet is no longer controlled by those who see its people as resources. Jupiter is now one of the most influential individuals in the galaxy. She possesses unimaginable wealth, legal authority, and access to civilizations spread across the stars. Yet despite everything she has gained, she chooses not to abandon the life that shaped her. She returns to Earth, remains close to her family, and continues living among ordinary people. Although she now holds the status of galactic royalty, Jupiter never forgets where she came from. Her experiences have taught her that true value lies not in power, wealth, or titles, but in compassion, courage, and the willingness to protect others. Alongside Cain, whose loyalty never wavered, she embraces her extraordinary future while staying connected to her humanity. What began as the story of an overlooked cleaning woman ends as the tale of a guardian of worlds. A young woman who discovered that among billions of stars, her greatest strength was not her destiny, but the choices she made. Hit follow and turn on notifications so you never miss more incredible stories like this.